Hey there, viewer! Welcome to another episode of I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. Last time we finally got outside the walls of the colony and went on a little adventure. Everything was beautiful, and somehow the wildlife didn't want to kill us the way they tried to at the end of the last year, so something is definitely going on here. It is currently the beginning of dust season. Let's try to look for something to do. I was thinking working a little bit on my toughness here, getting close to a breakpoint here. Does anyone have anything to say? No, it appears not. Now, do I go shoveling dirt? Or do I do something in here? It's probably gonna be shoveling dirt. At least for this month. Yeah, a whole lot of toughness. You join Cal at a particularly fragrant pile of compost. He's trying to use his hoverboard as a wheelbarrow, carefully pushing compost off it into the pile. Don't you just love this? Cal asks excitedly. Dirt? I guess it's okay? No, he laughs. I mean just this. He waves his arms, dirt encrusted up to the elbows, to take in the entire greenhouse. We get to help plant stuff and watch it grow. Even if we're just moving dirt around, we're still helping. Why do you like it so much? I imagine it's partly because he was born, like us, up in space, and this is the first time he ever gets to touch dirt or something. Well, he considers. I like digging holes in the dirt, because it's so full of surprises down there. I found a worm. Wait, let me see if I can find her again. He sticks his hand into the compost and rummages around, his tongue sticking out of his mouth. I guess she got away, he says after a minute. She was real shiny, like a rainbow. Wait, he says. I just thought of a thing I like better. He shows you his splayed hand. Getting dirt under my fingernails, he laughs. I don't know why, but it's the best. Yeah, he's literally a down-to-earth kind of guy. Let's see, one slot becomes value 2. That's fine by me. I can just put this here. Okay, 21. This way is 20, so yeah, possibly this is the highest. Guess not. Got hole, 5 toughness. It's time once more for Vertumnalia. The mood of the colony has been muted this year, ever since the attack during Glow. Though everything is still cheerfully decorated and the feast table is still heavy with food, mostly soy rations, this Vertumnalia just feels different, in a way you can describe. The colonists gather in the square for Governor Judicott's speech. What a year Vertamna has given us, the governor begins in her reedy voice. I stand before you, so proud of everything the colony has accomplished in such a short time. I have always hoped that we would bring with us the best facets of humanity: cooperation, resilience, and creativity, and the events of this year have given me no reason to doubt my convictions. These creatures were unexpected, but I urge everyone to consider what it means for life here. If Vertomna can sustain megafauna, then that means conditions are good for us as well. Our friends in geoponics are already working on the logistics of domesticating the wildlife. Your dad, a second cultivator, stands and gives a sheepish wave to the crowd. There is a smattering of applause. Mars elbows you. "Hey," she whispers, "did you hear? My dad say Judicat's gonna announce the depot's open to the public." You shoot her a questioning look, and she rolls her eyes. "You know, shopping, somewhere to spend all the kudos we've been saving up. There's gonna be candy and toys and makeup and nice smelling soap, not the boring kind in the communal showers." You know the concept of shopping. They do it in the Holowitz from Earth, especially the ones Mars likes. But you've never actually done it. The colony provides everything you need, but it would be nice to buy yourself a treat. "My dads give me an allowance," Mars says, shooting you a look of pity. "It's too bad your parents make you work for yours." You and Mars tune back into the speeches, just as Judicat, as predicted, announces the opening of the general store at the depot. Mars gives you a knowing look as she claps. Judicat gestures for the council members to stand. Finally, the council remains unchanged from last year. We are, as always, proud to serve you and the colony as your government. The music starts up as Governor Judicat finishes. "Thank you all for your hard work and your perseverance this year," she says over the ruckus. "Together, we build the future." The crowd disperses and sets up for the annual Vertomnalia Games. Just like last year, there's a talent show, a science fair, and boss wrestling. Now with an obstacle course. Which one do you participate in this year? We could go either for the bot wrestling again, or the talent show this time. It's probably easiest to play to our strength. Yeah, okay, let's do that. Anemone and Kel join you for the bot wrestling biathlon. So called because Com had added a hologram obstacle course this year. Competitors will each get a turn to wrestle a hydraulic bot, trying to keep it closed for as long as possible. This time though, all competitors will first have to sprint across the festival grounds, dodging and leaping over obstacles. Each obstacle triggered is subtracted from your time. Ooh, and this time this is a hard challenge. Let's see. We're gonna get 5 kudos if the total equals the goal. Interesting. Well, looks like I'm not gonna make it. I could push through for 60 stress. But this is just games. It's not that important to win every time, so I think I can let this one go. Yeah, there's just no way I can do this. Maybe next year. Oof, you really weren't prepared for those obstacles. In the end, even Cal has a better time than you. Not that he cares, of course. He just wanted to have fun. He helps you dust yourself off after the bot throws you to the dirt. Anemone wins by a large margin. She does a victory dance on top of the bot, cheering until Com grabs her around the waist and carries her around on his shoulders. After the festivities are over, everyone takes time off for a much-needed break. Mars organizes a water fight that takes over the whole colony, even the adults. It brightens everyone's spirits, even in the thick heat of dust. You end up on top of the western wall with this, launching water-filled poof shrooms down on an unsuspecting anemone in the sports ball court below. The walls seem like a neat place to hang out and relax. Much quieter than the lounge, if you're looking for some solitude. Unlocked, relax on the walls in the garrison. That's interesting. Let's see exactly how it is different from just going to the lounge. Okay, so it's functionally identical, but we also gain one friendship with this. Okay, and the lounge used to be where we gained friendship with Temmie. Indeed. Okay, let's go back to shoveling dirt. That should be my quota for this year. You're helping your mom repair the garden fence when you see Cal slip away into the barn, carrying a blanket. You excuse yourself and follow him. Does he still have that weird pet bug? He does in fact still have that weird pet bug. Cal looks up at you and smiles, cradling Socks in his arms and rocking her back and forth. The little knobs on her butt seem like they're getting longer. She must be growing. I made her a little bed in that trunk over there, he says. She mostly just likes to be curled up in the dark. She sleeps a lot. Socks chirps and Cal sits on the floor, letting her curl up in his lap. I've been coming in early every morning and staying late every day so she can play in the sun, he explains. That's when she's most active, but her favorite thing is laying in my lap for belly rubs. It tickles her soft tummy. Isn't that right, Socks? Who's a good dilly pillar? You are. Socks thrills in delight. It looks like it's growing up to be some kind of ant. It still has that caterpillar shape. And it's more squishy and floppy than insecty. I don't know what it's gonna turn into. Do you want to feed her? Cal asks. I collected a bunch of leaves for her. Here, take one. You kneel down beside them and take one of the leaves. Socks trundles from Cal's lap into your cupped hands and gingerly holds the leaf between her two front paws. She's like a tiny dinosaur caterpillar. Munch, munch, munch. Oh, ouch. Sock snips at your finger. Her teeth are really, really sharp. Okay, we can just play it cool. You pretend like it doesn't hurt, but it super does hurt. You can barely keep yourself from crying as Socks munches happily at the rest of the leaf. When she's done, Cal puts her gently back in the box. Then he notices your hand and gasps. Sol, you're hurt. Cal looks over your finger, which is bleeding sluggishly from the shallow puncture wounds. I learned first aid from my mom, he says. Let's just wrap it and tell people you banged it on the door, okay? He bites his lip. If people think she's dangerous, they'll take her away. She's not dangerous. It was just an accident. Cal brushes his hand over the loose dirt and straw of the barn floor. My mom says the aliens here are dangerous, he mutters. I asked, like, in theory, if I found an alien, could I keep it as a pet? But she said I can't, even if it's a nice alien, because of diseases and stuff. He sighs. Socks isn't sick, he insists. And she doesn't mean to hurt anybody. The other animals probably don't either. And we got a card. Cal's pet Socks. +3 on third stage of challenges. Huh, that's interesting. Alright. New perk, toughness level 1. Red cards get +1 in physical challenges. Ooh, that's pretty big. So I'm guessing from now on we should be heavily focusing on getting red cards. Or these rainbow ones. Let's see. Final month of dust. What should we do? You know what? I haven't been in school in a while. Let's do that. And let's go for humanities. You're bringing supplies to Mad Bay when you see something unusual. Tangent curled up on a bench, her head pillowed on a rolled-up lab coat. She's fast asleep. You stop and stare. You never see Tang sleeping. She's always so busy. You're surprised she even has time to nap. You turn to leave her in peace when you bump into Anemone. Whoa, Anemone says. She hardly ever sleeps, like just a couple of hours a night. Is she sick or something? You look back at Tangent, snoozing peacefully. Okay, and so we learn that apparently Tangent's augment is that she doesn't need much sleep. That's pretty useful. I'm so jealous of her genetic enhancement, Anemone says, rubbing at one of the scales sprouting on her jawline. She hardly needs to sleep at all. She probably stayed up all night studying for this morning's history test. Well, in that case, let's just let her sleep. Tang's hollow palm beeps a soft alarm. She sits up and stretches, looking totally refreshed and alert. She sees you watching her and looks annoyed. Just a power nap, she says. No reason to gawk. Alright. So this becomes yellow. Super goal, +1 to creativity. It's always nice. Little bit of persuasion. Alright, and it is now wet season. Oh, how I wish we would get some rain in real life. Okay, everyone is chill. And I think I'm going to actually go outside. Because obviously the colony is gonna go into lockdown when we get into glow season. But I think I'm going to do that the next time. Thank you for watching. If you like the story so far, then please consider giving the video a like. And as always, I hope to see you in the next one. But until then, have a nice day.